Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're breaking down a really fun and honestly pretty essential piece of American culture, restaurants. And more importantly, we're giving you the exact English vocabulary you need to navigate dining out. Based on our source material, we're going to look at the words and phrases that will help you seamlessly plan your next meal with friends, whether you're just ordering a burger at a counter or sitting down for a full 5-course meal.
Okay, let's dive into this. Think about it for a second. What is your absolute favorite dining style? Are you more of a laid-back brew pub person, or do you go for an elegant fine dining experience? Dining out is universally one of the best ways to connect with people. I mean, folks are always looking for new restaurant recommendations, and let's be real, talking about food is a conversation where you will literally never be bored.
So here's our menu for today's explainer. 1. Let's talk restaurant culture. 2. The appeal of casual dining. 3. The fine dining world. 4. Useful English phrases and vocab. And 5. Practice, choosing with friends.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1. Let's talk restaurant culture.
Knowing exactly what type of restaurant you're walking into is absolutely crucial because it instantly dictates two very important things, your budget and your dress code. Dining out really is this universal connection moment. Talking about the food itself is incredibly engaging, obviously, but beyond just the food, Americans use their restaurant choices to connect and to learn about each other. When someone suggests a spot, you immediately get a read on how fancy they are, what kind of atmosphere they prefer, and how much they value the whole culinary experience. It's like a sneak peek into their personality.
Moving right along to Section 2, the appeal of casual dining.
So, the casual dining scene is massive. We're talking everything from brew pubs, where the emphasis is on incredible craft beer, to sports bars with huge TVs covering the walls. It's a relaxed environment where you can usually get fantastic, simple food without any stress at all. But a major trend right now, and what's really interesting here, is fast casual. It's so vital to understand the nuance here. This is not fast food. Fast food is your McDonald's or Burger King, places with a drive-thru. Fast casual means you might order at a register and they call your number, like at a Chipotle or a Cava, but the quality of the food is a massive step up. There's no drive-thru, but you still get to sit down and eat with your friends really quickly.
And that brings us to a fantastic vocabulary word, no frills. When a restaurant is described as no frills, it means you can confidently show up in your comfortable jeans and a t-shirt. It's a totally laid-back experience, maybe a local diner or a little neighborhood cafe. There's no fuss, no unnecessary extras, and absolutely no need to stress about what you're wearing. Leave the tuxedo at home. You were just there to enjoy the food.
Shifting gears a bit.
Section 3, the fine dining world.
Now, both casual and fine dining have their perfect moments, right? Fine dining is an elevated experience typically reserved for when you really want to celebrate a special occasion. If you're heading to one of these establishments, you're probably going to hear the phrase, getting all dolled up. This just means getting noticeably fancier than you normally would. Putting on a dress, a nice suit, doing your makeup. Consider this a friendly warning. If you show up in sweatpants to a Michelin star spot where everyone else is in suits, you will definitely feel underdressed.
The whole fine dining vibe is just completely elevated. You can expect the service to be a little bit slower but incredibly attentive. The presentation of the food is going to be beautiful, often with smaller, really deliberate portions. And here's a great insider tip from our source. At these establishments, it is perfectly acceptable to ask your server for a small tasting of a few different wines. Say you want to try 3 different Cabernet Sauvignons before you actually commit to ordering a glass. Just remember, it's a tasting sip, not a free glass, so savor it. Because you're paying a premium, you've earned the right to that attentive, highly personalized service.
Which brings us to Section 4, useful English phrases and vocab.
We've talked about the concepts, but now I want to equip you with the exact words you need to clearly distinguish between these two dining worlds when you're making your plans. And this brilliantly illustrates the contrast. Casual dining means informal attire, affordable prices, faster service, and often huge, multi-page menus like you might see at an old-school diner. Fine dining, on the flip side, means elegant attire, pricier bills, attentive service, and highly curated, very limited menus. Keeping this comparison in mind will absolutely help you choose the right vocabulary.
Let's break down that casual dining vocabulary. Notice that first word, servers. This is the preferred modern term in the States, replacing waiter or waitress, just to keep things gender neutral. When your server approaches, you can use super relaxed ordering expressions. Things like, "I'll have the burger," or "Can we get some extra napkins?" You'll also want to use words like laid back, no frills, and budget friendly to describe these spots. Another really great ordering term is family style.
This is incredibly common at Asian restaurants, Italian spots, or Japanese izakayas. It just means you order several plates for the center of the table and everyone shares everything, rather than everyone just claiming one specific dish for themselves.
Now, for fine dining, your vocabulary needs to match that upscale, elegant vibe. You might encounter a prefixed menu, which is basically a fixed price for a specific multi-course meal, often used on holidays. Or you might order a tasting menu, which lets you sample a whole bunch of really small items. Because these menus are so highly curated, this is the absolute perfect time to use your allergy and preference phrases when you're making your reservation. You'd say things like, "I'd like to make a reservation for 2, and please note I have a severe peanut allergy." Or asking the server right at the table, "Does this dish contain any dairy?" You'll also notice a lot of fancy menu wordsmithing here, terms like locally sourced or farm to table, where the menu will literally tell you the exact name of the farm your ingredients came from.
Let's move to Section 5 and see how all of this builds together. Practice, choosing with friends. So we're going to reconstruct a real-world conversation between friends who are just trying to plan a Friday night dinner. This way, you can see exactly how to use these phrases to navigate budgets and dress codes. Here's the opening line. "Should we try that new restaurant downtown?" This is the absolute perfect, most natural way to initiate a dinner plan in English. It's open, it's inviting, and it just gets the conversation started.
Now listen to this response. It depends. Is it casual or more fine dining? Asking this clarifying question right off the bat is the smartest thing you can possibly do as an English learner. By asking this, you completely avoid showing up underdressed, or even worse, being surprised by a massive bill at the end of the night.
The first friend replies, "Definitely fine dining. It's super elegant. Tasting menu, wine pairings, the whole thing." Look at how effectively they just stacked that fine dining vocabulary we just learned. In a matter of seconds, they've painted a crystal clear picture of an expensive, elevated, and very formal evening.
And here is the pivot. The second friend says, "I don't know if I'm in the mood to dress up. Is it okay if we go somewhere casual? I was hoping for something more laid back and budget friendly." Man, isn't that incredibly relatable, especially if you're super tired on a Friday night? They politely redirect the plan using our core casual vocabulary, making their preferences for budget and attire perfectly clear, without being rude at all. So, the crucial point is captured right here in the resolution. Of course, we can save the fancier restaurant for a special occasion. Both dining styles have their rightful place in American culture. Casual dining is perfect for just connecting after a long week, while fine dining is beautifully preserved for those moments when you truly want to celebrate. And hey, once they agree on that casual spot, they can use those relaxed ordering phrases we talked about earlier.
Which brings us to the end of our discussion today. I want to leave you with this question. Now that you have the vocabulary to confidently discuss dress codes, budgets, reservations, and menus, where are you taking your friends this weekend? Are you going for a no-frills brew pub, or are you getting all dolled up for an upscale tasting menu? Get out there, take these new phrases into the real world, and start connecting.
Got it! What's up? Catch up! Aha!